Steph is one of the greatest players I've ever seen. One of the reasons I hold him in such high regard is that he doesn't care if he's finals MVP. It doesn't appear to me. I said, there's a lot of guys in this league that care about that. And I said, but that's why Kevin Durant worked. That's why everybody works. That's why he gets hurt. Jordan Poole starts, he can come off the bench. I'm like, that's the essence of Steph. It's not a weakness. When you hear opinion shows and people in my space say that he needs an MVP in the finals to validate it, is it ridiculous? Do you not hear it? What do you make of that?
What I make of it, Colin, is that people need shiny objects for themselves to be able they need those shiny objects for them to be able to analyze what's going on. They can't see what you just said, which is Steph could have definitely had finals MVPs because Steph has the ball. Like Steph is coming down the court and he's calling sets. And he's like, oh, we got a mismatch with Kevin Durant. We're going to get Kevin Durant the ball every single time. He can hijack the game and no one's going to say a word. If Steph Curry comes down and he calls for a pick and roll every play, nobody's going to say a word, including Kevin Durant, by the way. Nobody's going to say anything. That's not who he is. That's not what he does. And so when you watch a game and Kevin Durant was absolutely incredible in those finals runs. As you know, you watched it. We all watched it. Kevin Durant was absolutely insane. Steph Curry got double-teamed probably 7 times the amount that KD did in a given series. So when you watch those games and you say, his numbers could be a little down, he's facing a double team. And by the way, this isn't a double team from the Orlando Magic. This is a double team from a team that's playing in the finals, which we know if you're in the finals, you're going to have a good defense. These are real double teams. This ain't some team that's throwing together a game plan the night before and then rolling. There are players out there that can't play half dead. This isn't that. This is elite teams throwing elite defenders at guys. And yet the guy still averages, I'm not sure what his finals average is, but I'd be willing to bet my bottom dollar is north of 23 points. And so the games and the impact that he has on the game, if you don't understand basketball, and thoroughly understand, not understand a stat sheet. If you don't understand basketball, which most people don't in your space, then you're going to come out and you're going to say, he needs to validate that by finals MVP because that's all you can see. You then go and you say, oh man, this guy won finals MVP. That must be the guy who's doing X, Y, and Z. But if you can analyze the game, and see, that's when I say new media, that's where I feel like this space is going awry. No one analyzes the game anymore. That's a lost skill. No one does that. And if you have the potential or if you're capable of analyzing a game, then under no circumstances are you going to say Steph Curry need a finals MVP to validate who he is. Now, in saying all of that, when I look at Steph Curry, he is not made up of exactly what you said. He doesn't need those things to feel like Steph Curry. But as you do know, we live in a social media day and age where you see everything, you hear everything, and it's 24/7. You open your phone up, you see it. So now, with Steph, does he feel like he need to win a finals MVP? It's not something he's ever said. But I would go out on a limb and say, I 100% think he does. Not that he feels like that from the inside, but I feel like he's been made to feel that way of, oh man, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. This person not validating him, that person not validating. And ultimately, it doesn't bring out the worst in him because he doesn't hijack games and go start trying to do that. And so it doesn't bring out the worst, but he's a competitor. He's an extreme competitor. You don't become that great if you're not. And so I think the competitor in him may feel like, yes, I definitely need to do that because X, Y, and Z all said that, and I want to prove them wrong. Not necessarily that I need this Finals MVP to validate myself. To me, he knows who he is. And so I think the pressure of the media, all the noise around will 100% make you feel that way if you have a competitive spirit in you, which I know he does.